Welcome to Lesson 7, Quotient of Powers or Dividing Powers. All right, so for our first example, again, we're starting with our original expression. Okay, so what we'll do next is we'll write in repeated multiplication the 5 with an exponent of 6, which is 5 times 5 times 5 times 5 times 5, all over 5 by 5 by 5 by 5. So step 2 is writing out in repeated multiplication. Or sometimes we'll refer to that as expanded form. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to see how many sets of ones we have, because we know any number divided by itself will give us 1. So let's have a look, see how many we have. We have 1 pair, 2, 3, 4. And we know that anything multiplied by 1 is just going to be the answer. So we'll just look at what's left over, and we have 5 multiplied by 5, which is 5 squared, and that is our simplified answer. Now let's just have a quick look. So we started out with a 6 and a 4, and we ended up with a 2. So I just want you to think about that as we go look at our next example. Okay, so let's try the first example. So let's start out by writing the top as repeated multiplication. So 7 by 7 by 7 by 7 by 7, all over 7 by 7. And let's look for our pairs. We have 2 pairs. So that leaves us with 7 exponent 3. And our next example, we have -2 by -2 by -2 by -2, all over -2 by -2. Again, let's look for our pairs. We have 1 pair here, 1 pair here, and that leaves us with 2 -2's, so -2 squared. All right, so let's just have a peek back, see if we can find our pattern. So here we start with a 5 and a 2, and we end with a 3. And here we have a 4 and a 2, and we end with a 2. So I think it's fair to say that when we are dividing powers with the same base, we keep the base the same and subtract the exponents. All right, I have a few textbook questions for you to do from here, and make sure you check your solutions when you're done.